Hello friends, how are you? Welcome back to my channel, Ninja Programming. The last video we talked about list, and so far we covered quite a lot of stuff about the list. Now in this video we'll do the tuples, another data structures. So tuples are immutable. What does it mean? Once you create it, you cannot change it. It is good for data read-only purpose. Let's say you put the information in a spreadsheet, and you have no intention to change it or delete it, in that case, tuple is the best, and as I said, you cannot edit or change or remove the items once it has been created, so how to create the tuples, if you there's a two way you can create the tuple. The empty tuple, this is how empty you can create, a name of the tuple, my tuples equal sign and then the first bracket, or name of the tuples equal to tuples first bracket, I'll go through an example in a code, I'm just going to the some sort of cheat sheet, details, if you want to create with items with the tuples, if it's very very important, for one items, for one items, if you just put like a one, it has to be comma, otherwise it won't recognize as a tuple, but if there's a multiple items, this is how you can create, but at the end you don't have to put the comma, but for one items it has to be comma at the end, and you can search tuple, with the index number, and if the item is not available, it will give you the error message, and this is how, the name of the tuples dot index and the item positions or name, you can search it, this way, or with the for loop, item in my tuples, is it available, is it in my tuple, this item. um what are the disadvantages, the disadvantage is, it is a bit slow because it has to be checked every single item, whether it is available or not, and another thing, it cannot be added or removed once it has been created, and it cannot be sorted either, where we can see the list, you can sort of ascending, descending, or reverse, but you cannot do on the tuples. Let's go back to the code, we'll see the examples now how we're doing a code, let's go back to the spider id. Let's say how to create one item, an empty tuple. This is how you create the empty tuple. You see, this name of the tuple, any name of the variable, and this is how it will recognize by id Python interpreter, it is a tuple. So you see this, I just create printed, types, what type it is, my tuple. It will give you, let's say, run the program, it will tuple. And here I just want to show you there, this is where with the one items, you see there's a column, the comma at the end, and if I run this, as you can see, this is the tuple as well. To find out what type of is a tuple, and if I just take it off, comma, let's see what it does. You see, it's class int, it's not tuple anymore because number one is int type, is showing the int, so it has to be at the end comma, to recognize by the Python interpreter that it is tuple, and if you want to create the multiple items, this is how you can create with the multiple items with the tuple. There's a name of the tuples, the student result details, and I put the name of the students and the subject math, got the marks 80, geography got the 90, and the science 95, total marks got 265, so I just want to printing that the tuple details, this is the tuples, multiple items. So you can see if I run this, there you see that is showing the student result details and all the items inside the tuple, and how you can access, they said, you can access by the index number. So I put the zero index, zero index is Hassan, the name of the person, And if I want the item access by the index number, you can search it, like, let's see if I do. You see the item access by the index number is Hassan. And if I, let's say if I put the index number 1, it will show the math and the math, you see. And let's say there is I'm going to put more than what's supposed to be, like, let's say how many tuples here: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 there. Let's say if I put the 10, it will give you the error message, like, index out of order, tuple index out of range, like, so it will give you the error message, like, so it has to be, like, you have to make sure this you put the right index number, like, like when you create the tuples, you can find out, like, how many tuples, how many index from 0 to what length, like, and another thing is very important, like, you see, like, I created the tuples, like, you can assign those what it says in tuple is unpacking, like, you can assign those items. So here is an example, like, I created here, and that is you see the name, student name, that will be Hassan. Subject math, that's math marks got 80, like, so I put the names, like, assigning the different names, and equal to student result details, the tuples. That tuple has been assigned with those name, like, so there's a how many items: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there is a 9 names: so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you see, and I'm printing those now. And if I want to print out specific items, like, let's say if I put the student name, copy this, and then let's copy this, and if I run this, you can see this is the other top one, the first one, the item accessed by the index number, the Hassan. Student subject result is the name. You see, got the student name, got the Hassan, got total marks, excuse me, 265. So you can access by with any of the assigning names, like, unpacking, like, this is how we can get each details, like, one by one, like, or you can put each of the any of the names, like, in here, it will show in here, like, if you want to know specific items, like, you want to specific things, like, or you can just uh, call that the tuples, like, it will give you whole details, like, what's exactly inside the tuple, like, and what is it, like, yeah, this is very important, like, you cannot assign new things, like, once it has been created, like, you cannot assign new things. That means what I'm saying, like, let's say index number is Hassan, but if you want to put zeros index in the English, you can't do this, like, it will give you the error message, like, see, um tuple object does not support item assignment, so you cannot assign anything new, so you cannot add, you cannot remove, this is tuples, like, so I hope you guys enjoy, like, and please do let me know if I'm doing anything wrong. That will encourage me to create more content like this, and please subscribe my channels, and see you next video. Thanks, bye bye.